So I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to come back here. Shall I start now?
Yes.
Okay. So here we have our compost bins, our compost bays for our 1 acre veg garden here at Abundant Earth. And all the material basically goes into this top bay here, and then it gets turned down the bays one by one until it ends up down into this bottom bay here where it's ready. So it gets turned 1, 2, 3, 4 times, taking about 3 weeks for each turn. So it goes from raw materials there to ready material here. And one of our main things we've got to do here at Abundant Earth is make sure we've got enough material that goes into that top bin, and that we've got good diversity of material that goes in there. And one of the things that plants really love is lots of nitrogen that helps all the leaf growth basically, so that's really good for things like salad and spinach and chard and of the likes. Okay? And one of the things that we observed here was that when somebody comes here to have a wee, they might very well use our compost toilet as featured in the other film over there, but they might also just fancy having a wee in the corner of the garden here somewhere, just using a bush of some sort, which means that we're losing that nitrogen. If you imagine we've got maybe 5 or 6 volunteers here on any given day, sometimes they might not feel like going over to the compost toilet, and we're losing all of their wee. So recognising this as an issue and a problem, I decided to set up a design and build challenge on the last permaculture course, which was just earlier this year in March, April, May of 2016, and I described the situation I've just described to some of the participants and said, right, what we're going to do is we're going to build a urinal so that we can catch and store that wee, that nitrogen fertility, and then we're going to get it into this compost system. So one of the permaculture principles is about relative location. So I thought, right, okay, let's put the urinal really close to the compost bays here so we can get that material into the compost bays. We don't want people weeing straight into the compost system because wee is very high nitrogen and it needs to be balanced out with lots of carbon material. So what we did is we built this little structure here. It cost us nothing whatsoever. We've basically used old fencing panels, and we've used an old caravan toilet as well, which we've had for at least 10 years, maybe longer actually. And we've not really used it for the last few years. It has been used as a bit of an emergency toilet in the past. Quite simply, it's just got a lid, and it's now filled currently with some wood shavings, but we can use a variety of high carbon materials. So we have used dried leaf litter, we have used wood chips, we could use ripped up bits of paper or ripped up cardboard as well. The wood shavings we've got plenty of though, because one of our members of Abundant Earth, Matt, does lots of woodworking and has got a planing machine, so we have piles of this and we use it for bedding for the hen area as well. So wood shavings in there, that's a very high carbon material. People can just come in here, have a wee, and then put the lid back on, and then when it's full up basically, which typically we found that to be after about 25 to 30 wees, we found that out because we had a penny counter in here, so you could come in and spend a penny, put a penny in a box. We're not doing that anymore because we worked out it was about 25, 30 wees. And then the whole container basically just lifts up and out and then gets carried over to the top compost bay up there basically, and gets emptied out. So it's a mix of high carbon and high nitrogen material, and that gets mixed in with all of the other compostable things in there, such as scrunched up paper, grass clippings and vegetable waste and kitchen waste and of the likes. I should put this back though because it's not actually full yet. And we've designed it so that there's a seat for the ladies, which just simply sits on top, and there's a little adapter for the kids as well. And that's it really, simple as that.